Hello, hello, hello. I wanted to walk through this week's assignments with you to give you an idea of what to expect. There's a few things different this week. Before I go forward, let's just the deadline is Friday, May 1st at 3 o'clock, and that's when we're shooting to get everything turned in. And let's go ahead and go through the assignments. You'll see a few things different, and I'll point them out. Here is Mills 5. That's 5th grade, and it doesn't matter if it's your blue group or in green group. It's the same content for grade 5. Grade 4 will have a little bit different things, and I will go through those minor differences at the end. But first, we'll go through the things that everyone will do, and let's go to news and news feed. Your child's Google Classroom will look similar to this. It's just that mine is in Spanish. All right, so let's go ahead. We had our meeting this morning. We had one for green group at 9 o'clock, and I will keep doing that. 9 o'clock for green group, and then blue group at 10 o'clock on Monday mornings. And again, if you have a question, please email me. This is the best way for kids, I should say, to get in touch with me. I will just keep going to that. Now, if you have a question for me, here are the best ways. Remind and Class Dojo, and of course email too. But with Remind and Class Dojo, I will get notifications about those, and you can send pictures. And for your kids to send me their pictures of their work, that is a great way to do that. And just with Remind or Class Dojo, I believe you can fit photos of Class Dojo. All right, let's go ahead and keep going on here. And also with Class Dojo, they can upload, the kids can upload things to there in their portfolios, and it's kind of cool. But please get in touch with me with these three. That's the best. All right, let's go ahead and go through. Let's start with PE. All right, so every week I'm going to put the same thing for PE. And here we are. And here is it. The kids just look in here, and if you want to look in here with them, that's fine. But these are some PE activities that Coach Lopez has provided for us, and you can go through there. There's some neat videos and some activities that you can do. Cosmic Kids Yoga is yoga is something that my kids, those ones, like to especially. All right, and then when they finish, please have them upload here that they have finished. And the way I know that is that they'll turn in this Google form, and they'll say what activities did they do this week, and I have here a list for 3 things right in there what they did. Okay, on to the next. So that's PE, and then so let's move on to Spanish verbs. Spanish grammar here, and this is what's called in English future perfect. And it's when you say, I will have done this, or I will have finished my homework. And that phrase, will have eaten, will have, brushed my teeth before something else happens in the future. And so here it is, but you call it futuro compuesto in Spanish. And here is a sheet that briefly explains what it means and how do you and it shows you how to conjugate that in Spanish. And a couple examples of yes, how we can do it, and no. And then here are some irregular past participles in Spanish. And you just gotta memorize. Kids just have to memorize those. These are 2 videos on the future perfect tense in Spanish. I highly recommend, especially this one, the 4-minute one. This one is also good. And I put this one in here. It's in English, but it helps kids kind of understand what future perfect means in English even, which may be a new kind of concept. And so I like how this teacher does the timeline here, and I think it's very helpful. All right, so these are 2 sites that the kids can look to read more information about it after the videos even, and they can study up here. They'll tell them, what some examples are and how that works. And then here is something, the same thing, kind of thing, but in a SpanishDict.com. So that's kind of the same kind of thing. However, I put both these because there's 2 different formats for quizzes. This one has uh, 5 questions that students can answer, and it'll give them feedback on whether or not they were correct after it, and they can change it to being 10 questions all the way up to 25 questions. And I like this one a lot, and you can put the accent marks and special marks in here. So this is a really neat one. I put this one also as well because kids you can go ahead and type into it, and then it gives you feedback right away. So you know if you got it right or wrong, and then explains why. Form, it's like a quiz, not really graded like other quizzes, but it gives me an idea if they understand it or not. There's 5 questions here. Okay, all right. So moving on, we have discussed. Let's see, PE. We've got the verb, and now for the Powtoon. This is for writing this week. It's actually not writing anything additional this week, but it's based on a writing assignment they had 3 weeks ago, and it is the it's their informative essay on renewable energy or alternative sources of energy. And this has been a theme we've been going with for a while. We love it because it's the month of April, and we have Earth Day, and it's our Earth Day theme, and so just love that time of year. Now, this is a special assignment because we've never done one before. We've done Powtoon before, but we've never done an informative Powtoon. This is just to inform about these renewable energy sources. And I've got here a bunch of guidance here and things that they should include in their Powtoon. It's informative, animation that they're doing, or video. And here is important: how to create an account. I use my a person who had never done it before, and so I walks through how to create an account, and then of course how to add title and new slides and subtitles and characters and images appropriately according to copyright rules, and music for the background. And I'm going to add one in here actually for how to submit to YouTube. Now, every kid has an account for YouTube account. Their Google account, if they just open up their Chromebook and then open up YouTube, they can go ahead and create their own channel, and they'll have their voice in it, but not their picture. And so I'm hoping everyone's okay with that. I mean, I didn't think it would be bad, or for them exposing themselves to the world like inappropriately, like not inappropriately, but not giving their invading, not giving away private information. So I thought that would be just fine to do. So here is the information. I'll add another video here, or more videos here, especially the one on how to upload to YouTube. So they just need to print out their essay from 3 weeks ago. Now, if they didn't do that essay, have them do that, please. This is not, I told them of it in my tutorial video this morning, or in my Google Meet. This is not something to leave till Thursday. You want to start today. So that is that. All right, so let's go on to, we've done the first 3. PE, the verb tense right here, and the Powtoon, which is the same for every student. What's different will be social studies and science. Now let's go ahead and do 5th grade social studies, and it's the same pattern as with previous weeks. They'll have these lessons to read and answer the questions. If there's any question here, like what pages and what numbers to do, they're all there. Now these videos are supportive of that, and I'm really happy I found these videos in Spanish here. That's really neat. It's really hard for me to find videos that are brief in Spanish about United States social studies. So I'm really excited about that. These will help them do this Google form, this little quiz, and which they will do. All right, all about the how the people's attitudes toward slavery changed after American independence, and about the creation of the Constitution. All right, Liberty Kids, I hope you're enjoying those, and your kids are enjoying those. Really neat. These are more recreational, but they're historical fiction and really fun to watch. You can get really into American history right there. All right, let's go back to the beginning. Now let's go ahead and look at science. Now I actually uploaded the science one last week, and it's learning about the ciclo lunar, the lunar cycle, and different phases of the moon. And here is the assignment, and oh boy, it happened the last time I tried to do that. But I think on your end you can do that. I'm not sure why my computer's not letting me. But there's different phases of the moon, different things to cut out there. Now, if you don't have a printer, no problem. They can always draw it on a piece of paper, or trace it, or glue it into their notebooks, whatever. But these videos are in Spanish, yay, and they support. Now, kids can look up and see what the moon phases will be at a certain date, so very fun. And this is going to be their Google form for what they hopefully got something out of that exciting activity. All right, so here we go. That was 5th grade. Now we're going to go on to 4th grade. And here we are. And you'll see here, same things. And then you'll see here, okay, the Powtoon, the future compuesto, and then the PE. And now we're going to have here's science and social studies. Let's start with social studies here. And we're learning about the Constitution of the United States. There's a lot of some similarities at this time of year between 4th grade and 5th grade social studies. There's the lesson to learn, and then you'll see the 3 YouTube videos that reinforce this learning. And here is the Google form for them to help me know if they got it. All right. And there we go. All right, about the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights. All right, we're going on to the last item here. Here we are, and it's about wind energy. In Spanish, we call it energía eólica. And here we are watching the videos. Fun little cartoon here, and then his advantages and disadvantages of wind energy, and this is their assignment that they will put into that one worked into their notebooks. All right, and then here is their Google form. Okay, so you see that on every assignment there's something to submit, like to give me a little quiz, or it's the actual assignment itself. I didn't mention this, but in the Powtoon, for the informative Powtoon, they will, after they upload it to YouTube or produce it some other way, they are to send me a link, please. I'd love to see them of their Powtoon. All right, so this is, and I set the due date for Friday at 3:00. That kind of keeps kids, I think. Having a deadline is kind of helpful, keeps them structured, at least get it all finished during the week. Not that their weekends look that much different than the weekdays, but I think it can be helpful. Anyways, and then hopefully you're signed up to receive the summary, the weekly summary. Now, I believe it comes out later in the day on Fridays, and that will help you know if the kids have finished things, submit things. Now, here's the deal. Some kids can press submit and enter and then just put things in, and then you'll get an email saying, hey, they finished everything. Yeah, but the quality of work, it's good to have a little, and that's why I'm doing this, is so you can have a little chat with them and say, hey, can you show me your assignments and let me see what you did. Oh, okay. And instead of just them just saying, oh, I'm just going to press submit and stuff like that. Okay. Again, as always, please feel free to contact me. I'm hoping that all this information is helpful for orienting you, and I've got the videos already posted for the kids to see, the Google Meet again with the walkthrough, and I'm hoping you guys are able to everyone's able to keep their sanity during this time, and be happy and have balance. Although we're mostly indoors. So, all right. Look forward to hearing from you guys this week, and have a great week.